Our world is awash in a sea of brightly packaged promises. Processed foods, engineered for convenience and craving, have become the mainstay of modern diets. But behind the allure of these quick fixes lies a troubling truth. Ultra-processed foods are quietly wreaking havoc on our health, our minds, and our societies. These edible imposters, often bearing little resemblance to the ingredients from which they're derived, are loaded with sugars, unhealthy fats, and chemical additives. While offering a fleeting sense of satisfaction, they leave us on a metabolic roller coaster, jeopardizing our well-being with each bite. This isn't just about individual choices anymore. The pervasiveness of ultra-processed foods speaks to a larger systemic issue, a food system that prioritizes profit over health. We've become increasingly disconnected from the source of our sustenance, trading fresh, whole foods for manufactured concoctions designed to keep us hooked. But awareness is the first step towards change. By understanding the profound impact of ultra-processed foods, we can begin to reclaim our health and build a more sustainable and nourishing food future. What happens to our bodies when ultra-processed foods dominate our diets? The answer is far from appetizing. These edible illusions are often stripped of essential nutrients, replaced with a cocktail of refined carbohydrates, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives. This nutritional void sends our bodies into a tailspin, disrupting delicate metabolic processes and increasing the risk of chronic diseases. Studies have linked excessive consumption of ultra-processed foods to a higher risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. The high sugar content, often disguised in various forms, spikes blood sugar levels, leading to insulin resistance and weight gain. Meanwhile, the lack of fiber further disrupts digestion and contributes to a host of gut-related issues. The body, starved of real nourishment, is left vulnerable to a cascade of health problems. The impact of ultra-processed foods extends far beyond our physical health. It seeps into our minds, influencing our moods, behaviors, and cognitive function. The very nature of these foods, engineered to be hyper-palatable and addictive, hijacks our brain's reward system, leaving us craving more. This can lead to a vicious cycle of overconsumption and dependence, making it difficult to break free from the allure of these manufactured treats. Emerging research suggests a link between ultra-processed food consumption and an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. The inflammatory effects of these foods, coupled with the nutritional deficiencies they create, can impact brain health and function. Furthermore, the constant bombardment of sugar and artificial ingredients can disrupt the delicate balance of our gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in mood regulation and cognitive function. The rise of ultra-processed foods is not just a personal problem, it's a global epidemic with far-reaching societal implications. As these convenient yet unhealthy options flood the market, particularly in low-income communities, they contribute to a growing health crisis and exacerbate existing inequalities. The burden of chronic diseases linked to poor diet falls disproportionately on those with limited access to fresh, affordable food. This global shift towards a more processed food supply is driven by a complex interplay of factors, including industrial agriculture, aggressive marketing tactics, and government policies that prioritize profit over public health. We've created a system that incentivizes the production and consumption of cheap, readily available, yet ultimately harmful foods. This has created a perfect storm for a global health crisis, one that demands a collective response. The good news is that we have the power to break free from the ultra-processed food trap. By making conscious choices about what we eat, we can begin to reclaim our health, one plate at a time. This starts with understanding the problem and becoming more discerning consumers. Reading labels carefully, identifying hidden sugars and unhealthy fats, and opting for whole, unprocessed foods, whenever possible, are crucial first steps. But it's not just about individual responsibility. We need to advocate for systemic change, pushing for policies that support a healthier food system. This includes promoting sustainable agriculture practices, regulating misleading marketing, and making fresh, nutritious food more accessible and affordable for everyone. By working together, we can create a food environment that nourishes our bodies and minds, rather than compromising them. Creating a healthier food future requires a multi-pronged approach, and policy plays a crucial role in shifting the balance away from ultra-processed foods. Governments have a responsibility to protect public health, and that includes creating a food environment that encourages nutritious choices. This can take many forms, from implementing taxes on sugary drinks to regulating misleading marketing practices that target children. Subsidizing the production of fruits, vegetables, and other whole foods can make them more affordable and accessible, particularly in low-income communities. Investing in nutrition education programs can empower individuals to make informed choices about their diets. By creating policies that prioritize health over corporate profit, we can begin to dismantle the systems that have allowed ultra-processed foods to dominate our plates. Navigating the modern grocery store can feel like a minefield of marketing ploys and misleading labels. But armed with a few simple strategies, you can make healthier choices and avoid the ultra-processed pitfalls. Start by sticking to the perimeter of the store, where fresh produce, meats, and dairy products are typically located. When venturing into the aisles, be wary of brightly packaged processed foods and read labels carefully. Look for products with short ingredient lists, recognizable ingredients, and minimal added sugars, unhealthy fats, and sodium. Choose whole grains over refined grains and opt for plain yogurt and nuts over sugary snacks. Remember, small changes can add up to big impact over time. By making gradual shifts towards a more whole food-based diet, you can improve your health and well-being without feeling deprived. One of the most empowering steps we can take to combat the dominance of ultra-processed foods is to rediscover the joy of cooking real food. By preparing meals at home using fresh, whole ingredients, we regain control over what we put into our bodies and reconnect with the source of our sustenance. Cooking doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Start by incorporating more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains into your meals. Experiment with new recipes, explore different cuisines, and find joy in the process of creating delicious and nourishing food for yourself and your loved ones. Cooking together as a family can be a fun and rewarding way to bond and instill healthy habits in children. Breaking free from the grip of ultra-processed foods can feel like an uphill battle, especially in a world where these products are ubiquitous. But you don't have to do it alone. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community can provide encouragement, motivation, and valuable resources on your journey to a healthier lifestyle. Connect with friends, family members, or colleagues who share your interest in healthy eating. Join a local community garden, farmer's market, or cooking class to learn new skills and connect with like-minded individuals. Online communities and support groups can also provide a wealth of information, recipes, and encouragement. Remember, we are stronger together. The future of our health and well-being hinges on our ability to break free from the ultra-processed food trap. This requires a collective effort involving individuals, communities, policymakers, and the food industry. By raising awareness about the dangers of these manufactured edibles, advocating for policy changes, and embracing a more mindful approach to eating, we can create a food environment that nourishes our bodies and minds rather than compromising them. Imagine a world where fresh, whole foods are accessible and affordable for everyone, where cooking is celebrated, and where children grow up with a deep appreciation for real food. This is the future we must strive for, a future where ultra-processed foods are relegated to the sidelines, replaced by the vibrant flavors and life-giving nourishment of real whole food. The journey begins with each conscious choice we make, every meal a step towards a healthier and more sustainable tomorrow.